What's going on, ladies and gentle burgers? Welcome back to the channel. Gibbon here today with probably, I think, a Titanfall video in the background. A little bit of pilot versus pilot. And this is the game that I was talking about in my other video, where all anybody does is stay on top of the map, stay on top of buildings, cloak, use pilot sentries, and generally play like a bitch-ish. Anyways, gameplay's kind of immaterial really. What I wanted to have a bit of a discussion with you about is the enigma, I think is probably the right way of saying it, of YouTube and people starting out on YouTube and doing bits and pieces on YouTube. This isn't going to be one of those videos that really goes off on a rant about how bad YouTube is. We know YouTube is in a bit of a weird state at the moment. It's in a bit of flux. It's probably the right way of saying it. Losing revenue to the tune of $750 million, X, Y, and Z, all that kind of stuff, because of some tit ends at the Wall Street Journal that just have to make up crap to prove a point. But that's by the by. It's something that I've kind of been thinking about, and it's funny. It's probably the right way of saying it. Now, when I started doing YouTube, I honestly thought that I'd probably just stick to doing gameplays. That's all that I would do. I would probably do one game or a couple of games and just kind of stick to that and just kind of sort of see my way through and kind of see where it could take me. But then, as I kind of started moving on a little bit, it started to progress a little bit more, so it became every now and then I'd do tips and tricks on certain things, or I'd do a playthrough of a certain level, or I'd do walkthroughs of games where I'm live commenting and all that kind of stuff, just to try and bring sort of a bit of variety to what I was doing and to the channel. And it's kind of sort of over the last 18 months where my channel's really changed quite a lot, where I was kind of more strict like Black Ops 3, and that's all that I really played and all that I uploaded for the longest period of time, until I started playing different games, until I started realising that there were other games like COD wasn't the be all and end all, which we kind of all know. And then I kind of got into vlogging a little bit, and sort of putting myself out there and trying to do some things a little bit differently. And it's funny because as kind of my channel grew, but even my channel's still tiny, and I'll get onto the subscriber thing in a second, but I kind of feel that my channel gives a lot of variety to people that come to it. It's more from an entertainment point of view. There's a lot of stuff on there. Sometimes I talk about more serious subjects, sometimes a little bit jokey, letting you into my life a little bit to see kind of what I'm getting on with, playing particular games, doing live comms with it, and just doing various bits and pieces and trying to bring content that I think people will like. But it's funny because obviously my vlogs tend to garner a lot more views, so things like the stupid people on the internet, birthday vlogs, me doing bits and pieces, my new car, stuff like that, will always get more views because it's in real life stuff, and people like to see that. They have an interest in what humans do, what people do behind the camera, that kind of thing. And then my gaming videos started to drop off a little bit in terms of views, but then just recently, kind of over sort of the last, I'll probably say about 4 or 5 months, while my vlogs are still getting a lot more views, my gaming videos are starting to get a little bit more views, but that hasn't then sort of turned into subscriptions at the same time as well. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't really matter how many subscribers you've got anyways. It's about views more than anything. It's about how many views you get as to whether your video becomes popular, whether it becomes on the recommended list, all that kind of stuff. But I don't get how the subscriber thing works with YouTube, because I didn't upload a video for about 3 days and picked up 5 subscribers, and then I start uploading consistently again and lose 3 subscribers. It just makes no sense to me. And the thing is, I've been doing YouTube for a couple of years now, and I'm happy with what I'm doing. I'm happy with the number of views that I get. I'm pleased because it's still relatively small, so it means that I can interact with everybody and I can sort of respond to a lot of comments. It's easy to respond to comments, that type of stuff. You kind of build up a network of friends and stuff that you can converse with on a regular basis, bounce ideas off of, that kind of thing, which is great. And I appreciate anybody that subscribes to my channel and anybody that comes back on a regular basis to view my videos and to look at my videos and watches them all the way through and kind of likes what I'm doing or the different things that I'm doing, that type of stuff. I really, really enjoy that. But it's funny because you can get disheartened at times, and it's difficult when you're trying to upload every single day of the week, because every single day you have to come up with content that is not stale, that you can say that's slightly interesting, and that people are going to want to watch, that isn't too long, that isn't too short, that's just something that's a little bit different. And it can be quite tough. And I think for anybody starting out on YouTube, I don't think I'd do it again, if I'm honest with you. You kind of get to a stage, not where you kind of feel obliged to upload videos, but you know that that's kind of what you have to do. And this is the other weird thing. I got into a consistent sort of schedule of uploading 9 AM GMT, so English time, or UK time, 9 AM UK time, every single day. And then my videos were getting anywhere between, well, I was getting the 10% views up to about 20% views, depending on what I uploaded. But then I upload a video at not my regular time at all, and that video by far has been the best video in terms of views that I've uploaded in months, and I've just hit the sweet spot with it. Basically, it's the Titanfall 2 video that I did, DLC 2 Colony Reborn update and patch notes, where I talk about the fact that Colony Reborn's coming back in, and I go through some of the patch notes. That's had 211 views. It's not loads for some people, but for me, that's massive. When you consider that I've got 292 subscribers, it was getting close to 300, but some people unsubbed. Bastards. I'm only kidding. For somebody to get views in comparison with their numbers of subscribers, that's really, really rare. And I think that's what puts a lot of people off doing YouTube, is because you start doing it and you don't get any views whatsoever at all. And nobody tells you at the start when you start doing YouTube that only expect to get 10% of your subscriber base in terms of views. So if you've got 100 subscribers, for argument's sake, you should expect to average out on about 10 views per video. Last week for me was a phenomenal week in terms of views. I think I averaged about 60 something odd views per video over a 6-day period, which for me is that's unheard of. That's really good for me. That's, I think, roughly speaking, 20-30% of my subscriber base, which is good for me. But YouTube, it's just an enigma. If you don't do certain things right, you can just get lost in translation. Like, I did a video uploaded today actually, as I'm recording this, for an Infinite Warfare vid. It's only had 17 views, which you think, Jesus, that's tanked. But I could do another video, and that video will get like 100 views. YouTube is an absolute mind-bendingly annoying enigma. Like I said, you have a consistent schedule upload, you get a consistent amount of views for certain videos that you do. Then you do one video that's completely out of time when you normally upload it, and just wham, it just goes to absolute pot, and you absolutely explode in terms of views. It's like that video that I said that I got 15,000 views on, nearly 15,000 views on. When I uploaded that video to YouTube, at the time, I had 50 subscribers on YouTube, and that video just went virally ballistic. But did it garner me a load of subscribers? Nope. Absolutely not, because I'm still here grinding my way out to try and get as many views as humanly possible. I don't know, maybe this is a bit of a ramble video, I'm not sure. YouTube to me, it's just the bizarrest thing in the world. It's great fun because it gives me an opportunity to do my creative outlet. Am I bothered about getting millions and millions of subscribers? Not really, no. For me, it's having that hobby of creating something and learning about video editing and doing commentaries. It's like, if you listen to this commentary compared to my very first commentary, it's streets apart and things like that. Why do you do YouTube? Let me know. Anyways, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to click the like button. If you're new to the channel, please also don't forget to subscribe. I apologise for babbling on, but I just had a thought in my head and thought I would share. I love you all. Peace.